Yo, all my people from the 313, put your hands up and follow me. Everybody from the 313, put your hands up. Look. As he stand tough, notice that this man did not have his hands up. Can you guys hear me? Why is this colored like this? Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. 1 Pac, 2 Pac, 3 Pac, 4 Pac, 3 Pac, 2 Pac, 1. Your Pop, he's Pop. Your Pac, none. Y'all can't hear me. Y'all ain't hear what I'm saying. Woo! All right, guys. Let me see. Is this? I got the camera all the way off. Oh, what a terrible game. Bars, yeah. Eminem's the GOAT. Well, sorry, I didn't have my stuff up on. There we go. Why did that? Wait, not you. Why did it do that? Anyways, how you guys doing, man? That was so painful. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. So this is what we're gonna do. All right, this is what we're gonna do because I don't want to be on forever. So a few things. All right. Number one, we're gonna talk about the game. All right. That's number one. That's easy. Number two, I want to talk about my trade tier list that I put on Twitter. All right, like because I truly do believe it. Like I thought about it a lot, and I thought about it so much till I don't even want to explain it to people on Twitter because they're very bad faith. But you guys will at least hear me out, and then we'll look at a press conference. I'll let you guys choose which one. Maybe we should do two and just keep it in one video. I don't know. And I'm doing that because the Spurs play Wednesday, so there's really no reason to do more. So hold on. Let's see. All right. All right, now, ladies. Yeah. What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. I can't hear you. I said, what's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Keldon. I hope Ruru isn't in here tonight. She really hates me. Great game from Sohan. Don, you already gave yourself away, man. I can't be mad at you no more. Because I saw the other night or the other day when Sohan had a good game, you say, yeah, Clan, I just troll you on Sohan. But tonight he had a good game. So I know that this is a nonstop troll. So I'm not even mad anymore. I actually, when you said that, I liked you more. I was like, wow, he is full of it. You can't make an enemy out of me no more, dude. I actually like you. We're cool now. He had a good game and you instantly said, yeah, I'm just, and I noticed that too. People like don't say anything. Trolling is fun. I know. I bet you it is. It's so funny though, because people don't show up until Sohan has a bad game and then they jump on my stuff. It's like, you do realize Sohan's been having a phenomenal January, and look, we'll get to that. We'll get to all that. All right. 1 second. We'll get to all that. Let me bring up the Spurs. because we have an order of business to attend to, okay? Where is the game? Here we go. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about this atrocious San Antonio Spurs game versus the Washington Wizards. I got a lot to say about it, but before we do, quick word from our sponsor, BetUS.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything, anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
All right, big shout out to BetUS, the sponsor for this video, this live stream, and this channel for the season. When you support sponsors, you support me, okay? So please check out BetUS. What is it? Well, you can bet on parlays. There's so many different things as far as sports books, live betting, casinos, even daily fantasy at that point. I mean, if there is a game that's on, you best believe there's something in there regarding over under rebounds, over under points, over under assists. There's so many different things that you can bet on, and we're going to take a look at it right here. So if you go to basketball, because that's what we care about. Now let's see what our San Antonio Spurs chances are of winning. Wait, there's a special one here. 2023, 2024 NBA champion. What is this one? I haven't seen this one before. NBA championship, first time winner. Oh, that's super specific. Okay, I'm kind of interested in this one. I'm sorry, we're gonna do this one, then we're gonna go to that one. I'm actually interested in what the odds are on that one. But yeah, so if we can see here, this is NBA championship specials as far as Eastern Conference, Western Conference, as far as who will be the NBA championship winner. Oh no, I think they changed it. Oh, they changed it. Hold on. They changed it. No, that's fine. We'll look at this one. Western Conference winner. So let's see where our San Antonio Spurs are. We're not even on this list. Western Conference winner. I guess we have literally no shot now. Is that what this means? I think that means we have literally no shot of winning the Western Conference anymore. You can't even bet on that. I would do the Clippers. I think that would be a decent one. Plus 300. That ain't bad. So all you do is click the money line. Head on over here to risk. See what it comes at. Is 25 give you 75. Pretty neat. But like, let's take a look at the other one though. Actually, I'm interested if it'll go back. All right, let's see. Here it is. First time winners. Oh, will there be a first time? Oh, it's as simple as that. I thought you choose them specifically. Okay, yes or no. So yes is plus 300. That's a tough one. I don't know. Like, the only one I could think of is probably the Clippers. Minnesota might be. I'll be honest in saying I didn't realize they would be a first-time winner. God, we're blessed to be Spurs fans. Let's see. Let's do... So it'll be the same as the other one. You do 25, and that's what, 75? Yeah, same thing. Okay, pretty interesting nonetheless. But anyways, link in the description, okay? You'll receive 125% bonus. That means that you put in $100, that's $225 to play with. But yeah, big shout out to BetUS. And once again, if you support the sponsors, you support me. So hey, at least click that link, man. Take a look. All right, so let's talk about this game, guys. Let's talk about this game. I don't care that Ruru's on you. Ruru was nowhere to be seen when Sohan has good games. I really don't care, okay? One thing that's been consistent with my argument, one thing that's consistent and why I'm right on this is because there's certain players on this team that if they have a poor performance offensively, I can still at least justify them being on the court. And unfortunately, with the Spurs right now, there's some players that you cannot actively justify unless you're truly ignorant about what their game even is or what they're bringing to the team. You can justify them even being on the court if they're not scoring. There's certain players like that, okay? And there's certain players that really mess things up in key situations. Hey, what are you doing? Uh-oh. There she is. She hasn't done that in a while. You just want to say hey to the people? You just want to say hey to the people? It's okay. It's okay. Do you know you're on camera right now? She was really upset about that Spurs game too. Me and Mikasa did not like that game whatsoever. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Okay, I have no idea what you guys are. Okay, I'm gonna go on my tangent. I'm gonna talk about this game, and I'll just look at what you guys are saying in a little bit. All right, first and foremost, terrible performance, okay, from everybody. Terrible performance. Terrible performance from Wemby. Terrible performance from Sohan. Terrible performance from, actually, Champagny was all right. He wasn't, yeah. It's one of those where you have to actually watch the game. Not a terrible game from Trey Jones by any means. I think Trey Jones played pretty solid, but he just did his job. That's the thing with him. He does his job, right? So I nothing really to talk about there. But the game as a whole was just absolutely dreadful, okay? The problems that the Spurs were having was that Wemby, he couldn't get going. I felt like the team as a whole, and this is just a vibe, I could be completely off on this, but my vibe was that last game was a very important win. It was the best win of the season, and they might have been feeling themselves a little bit because they've been playing so well in the month of January, and they've been playing very complete games, and they finally broke through. You know, they finally broke through and got a big win on a very good team, and maybe they were just feeling themselves a little bit because the Wizards, they came out and attacked, especially Sohan, by the way, mind you, because Sohan, last time he played the Wizards, he had a pretty good game, and the Wizards are pretty bad when it comes to protecting the paint from power forwards. Like, power forwards have a lot of good games against them, especially over the past week or two. So Sohan came in attack mode, and he just wasn't there. I mean, he was fumbling the ball around, missing shots, wasn't great offensively. Defensively, still did his thing. I thought he played very well defensively, and that's my justification for him being on the court. But offensively, he was not there. And then Wemby, I don't know. Both ends of the court, he wasn't the same Wemby that, you know, we've seen over the last weeks, this entire season. But he did at least get 3 blocks. But if you just looking at stat, that's why you can't stat watch. If you actually watch the game, Wemby was not. He just wasn't. He wasn't who you thought he was. Did you see Wesley's blue nails though? They were fire. Wesley's had colored nails the whole season, I think, by the way. But yeah, anyways, so Wemby, not great. Sohan, not great, not in the game. Trey Jones, he was okay, you know. Devin Vassell, he was streaky in this game, which is kind of insane because if you're watching if you would have watched the game, went to the bathroom, and then came back, you would have thought that he was like, oh my God, he's like 10 for 10 because he would have these stretches where he looks unstoppable, and then he just kind of disappears. And then he's unstoppable again, and then he just disappears. And then he's unstoppable again. It was very frustrating with Vassell. I just feel like everyone in the starting lineup wasn't 100% there, you know? Champagny did his thing. You know, can't really put too much on him. But anyways, yeah, so no one was really in their headspace there. And the young team, you're going to make that mistake sometimes, but there's no excuses. You should have won this game. Like, no. You got to win this game. Wemby looked gassed. Maybe. I mean, he had his very first back-to-back, and then he went against the Wizards. So, I mean, went against the Wizards. Like, that's a tougher matchup. But, I mean, let's be honest, Bagley and Gafford's pretty doggone good. Anyways, bench. Don Barlow. He did fine. I think the problem with him is they just kept calling fouls on him because he couldn't keep up with Bagley. Like, let's just be real. That last foul was terrible, though. The Tyus Jones one, that was terrible. I don't know what the heck the ref saw there. Was not vibing with that whatsoever. Doug McDermott, for the most part, just did his job. 2 for 4 from 3. Can't really get too mad at that. But once again, defensive liability, okay? Osman, this is maybe the best game he had this season. I'm kind of just going off of vibes here. I just feel like this is the best one. I mean, I watched all the games except the Toronto one. I missed a big chunk of the Toronto one, but I think this was his best game. At least it felt like it. It was a good game in a long time. I'll say that. So Osman did fine offensively. you had somewhat of a reason to keep him out there because he was scoring offensively, right? Keldon Johnson, I'll get to you in a minute. Blake Wesley, God, dude, Blake Wesley's defense, oh my God, he showed up. He showed up today. Wesley, Osman, Jones did okay. Those three, I was very pleased with. Okay, I was okay with them. But man, Blake Wesley, woo, Blake Wesley, woo. Gafford kept flopping too. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Unfortunately, Don Barlow's just not going to get those calls. He's not a center, and we have to keep putting him at center. You know, we got to keep putting him at center, and that's very frustrating. So overall, that's how I felt about player by player basis. And let's go ahead and talk about Keldon Johnson. Oh my God, I know. It's like, hey, the Clan, he went 5 for 10 from the field. He went 50%. Yeah, I know. Look, let me go ahead and say this because before anybody whines about it, I said it. Okay, listen to the words that's coming out of my mouth, please. Sohan and Wemby had bad games. They weren't necessarily there. All right. Sohan, okay, listen. Okay, listen. Sohan had a bad game. He had a bad game. Offensively, he had a bad game, okay? He had a bad game. I can justify him being out there, but he had a bad game. Offensively, he had a bad game. I said this on many occasions. I'm not expecting Sohan to score 20-something points average in his career. He's not that type of player. It's going to be stretches like this, okay? But what I do believe is that he's kind of an X factor with some of these games, right? Like he needs to have a pretty decent game offensively, and that really helps. But he had a bad game. All right, we all cool with that? We cool with saying that Sohan had a bad game? All right, cool. Keldon, geez. This happens over and over and over and over and over and over and over. In these key moments, Keldon Johnson makes some horrendous decisions. I mean, his self-awareness in it's just horrible decisions, guys. It's just horrible decisions down the stretch. And I wouldn't get like too critical of it if he was like super. I mean, he's young in the grand scheme of things, right? But he's like 24. I mean, he's close to Tatum's age. This just isn't going to get better. He hasn't really gotten better in his career. He just hasn't. I mean, if you go back and you look at how he was 2 years ago, his stats are merely identical. Two different teams, merely identical. He's the same player, and he's going to be this player. I don't think he'll get that much better. It's just frustrating, especially since he can have games where he can go off and he can be that spark plug off the bench. But I'll just be real with you. I'm not mad at Keldon as just a player like, oh, I think he's trash or I think he's bad, okay? I wouldn't say any of that. I think that that's going way too far. I think the problem right now is he would just be better off with a different team. I think he'll be better off with a team that's surrounded by defenders, a team that has more shooters. Because, I mean, his game is predicated off of literally just driving into the paint. Maybe that could open things up for him. Unfortunately, with our team, we won't have that for a while. And I don't know if we want to wait it out and see how things go, or we would just want to just part ways while his value is pretty high, or at least decently high, I would expect. I don't know the market, but I'm just assuming. Based on some of his productivity and what teams know about him. So, I mean, I just think a championship team will really utilize him. He has really quick hands, so he's done a good job of getting steals. I think over the last 2 games, actually. I think the last 2 games he's gotten steals. So he's a good opportunist on that front. As far as defense, guys are shooting 50-something% on him on ball defense. 3-point percentage, I think it's 38 to 39% that they're getting when Keldon is guarding them. It's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. And I feel like sometimes the better our team gets, the worse he looks at times. And I think this game was one of those. Well, I mean, everyone looked bad in this game, but this game in particular was just another one that we could add in the bag of late game decision making was dreadful, dude. Dreadful. Actually, we'll just play it. Let's see. We're gonna risk copyright. All right, this is how much I love you. Let's see. Here it is. All right. So Ty Yeager ended up posting this, actually. Ty said, after the Kuzma air ball, the Spurs have a chance to tie it. This possession starts in Keldon's hands and ends by, and this happens all the time, by the way. This has happened multitude of times. Clan, would you want Jakob back? Maybe, possibly. I don't know how much. I don't know how much he fits. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't start him with Wemby, and then at that point, it's kind of like, what's the point? I mean, I guess we could have him coming off the bench with Dom. I don't know, actually. I don't know. I'll have to think on that. Sorry, sidetrack. Just heads straight for the rim with blinders on. Defense collapses as they would expect. Loses the handle and just desperately throws it away for the backcourt. He does this over and over and over and over again. Okay, so you have Keldon coming down. He drives. You can see Wemby's wide open. Mind you, if this was another player, people would lose their minds about this, okay? I'm just kidding. Spurs fans are losing their minds about this play. So he turns around. He has no intention of passing the ball, but mind you, he sees the defender, lose the ball slightly. He has a chance to recover the ball. Wemby smartly thinks that Keldon's going to pick up the ball, and he makes a cut, and it would have been an easy dunk. Keldon panics and just throws the ball away. So he held the ball too long. The defense did exactly what they're going to do, which is collapse, which makes sense because that's all you really have to do with Keldon. You just collapse. And yeah, he just throws the ball away. And this is just one of those situations where I wouldn't get upset if it was just like one play, but it happens all the time. And that's the problem. This just happens over and over and over and over again to the point where this is just the player he is. And I'm not necessarily expecting him to get that much better. I feel like I won't go as far as to say he's hit his ceiling, but I don't think his ceiling is that far up from where he is right now. I just don't. Defense hasn't really improved. Like I say, he has quick hands at times, but his defense hasn't really improved. He's the same player offensively, mind you. I don't know. And like I said, if he's not scoring, you can't truly justify him being on the court. He makes decisions like this. He's not just, if you replace Keldon with just, some 3-and-D guy, which we'll get into that when we talk about the tier list. But if you replace him with some just 3-and-D guy, you just pass it to Wemby. Just pass it. Look, that's easy right there. That's wide open. He's spinning. He has every intention. Just no awareness. Just no awareness that they would attempt to come in, to collapse. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, it's just one of those, man, where it's like I'm not even mad at this point. It just happens over and over. Now, I heard Sean Elliott. I think Sean Elliott said this. No. I think he said it based on the rebound. Where Gaffer got the rebound. And he said, you shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with, which I do agree. But at the same time, Wemby was fouled on that play. But I do agree. And this is one of those things where this is what puts you in those situations, Yeah, but that's all I gotta say. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on. Okay, all right. Ruru, what are you talking about? Who did Pop trust to have on the floor? That late game situation wasn't Mr. Phenomenal. Who's Mr. Phenomenal? I don't know who Mr. Phenomenal is. I don't know. I don't know what you. Who's Mr. Phenomenal? I don't know. I don't give a F. Keldon is not perfect, but Pop flips his role often. He always takes the blame. Keldon has had the. Oh my God. Keldon comes off the bench and he's the exact same player. This is who he is. Okay. I don't know what role's getting flipped. I have no idea what you're talking about. He's the same player. He played the same role 2 years ago. He played the same role yesterday. The only difference is he's coming off the bench. You got to chill. Jeez, good God. You know, you don't really show up like this when, I don't know. I just think you have like a crazy bias when it comes to Keldon, to be real with you. Yeah, I'm going to be biased. Ish irks me. It was the same BS with White and DJ. What was the same BS at White and DJ? What are you talking about? What? When I was right about. All right, Ruru, I'm sitting it down. I'm sitting it down. I'm gonna say this, okay? I'm right, okay? You're wrong. You're always wrong. You've been wrong. You protected DeJounte Murray forever. And then as soon as he leaves the San Antonio Spurs, and then you jump on the, DeJounte Murray was quite immature. Really? I've been right this entire time. White is having a phenomenal year with Celtics. Phenomenal career with the Celtics thus far. What do you mean it was the same thing with White and DJ? I was right. I've been right this entire time. What are you talking about? I'm not perfect. Yeah, I make mistakes here and there. I mean, I didn't know that Joshua Primo would be, but like, yeah. I've been right. You've been wrong. And I guarantee you, whenever the San Antonio Spurs trade Keldon Johnson, hold on. Do I need to write this down? Let me write down this date. Okay, we're going to go back to the stream. If the Spurs were to trade Keldon Johnson, I'm going to look for your replies, okay? I'm going to see how you feel about it. We're going to give you some time. It is January 29th, 2024. I'm going to know what this means. I underlined it. It's going right here. All right. It's right on my PC. All right. We're going to revisit this day. I am not going to forget this. Okay. You're absolutely ridiculous. You're absolutely ridiculous. It was the same BS with White and DJ. Wow. Wow. Great assessment. Beautiful assessment. Ruru. Perfect. What are you talking about? Jeez. I don't know what's up. I don't know what's up, man. I don't know what to tell you, Ruru. Oh my God. I have not been wrong, but you prove my exact point every time. Your bias always shines when you like a player. Ruru. You know what will make me biased towards a player over another? High basketball IQ. A lot of talent. That's what would make me biased over another player, okay? Yes, I can like a player's personality, right? But if I don't think that they're performing on the court, then I'm not going to sit there and act like they're so great. That's what we. And also, you have a crazy bias. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And the reason why Sohan gets so much love, I'm just going to be real with you. The reason why he gets so much love on my Twitter, social media, and obviously this platform is because he gets way too much hate for being as young as he is. He gets so much hate. Do you see me? Malachi Branham has had terrible defensive lapses. Malachi Branham has not been good defensively. Do you see me going out of my way to talk poorly about Malachi Branham? As a person, I like all these guys on this team. As a person, I like all of them. I think all of them fit culturally. I do. I think all of them seem like decent guys. I don't know them personally. It's from the outside looking in, but yeah, that's how I feel about them. You were so upset when I used to talk about DeJounte Murray, but unfortunately, I didn't think DeJounte Murray fit with the team, like basketball wise. And on top of it, I didn't think that he culturally fit with a lot of the stuff that he was doing when he was with the team. It was a lot of hissy fits when he was with the team. And now he's doing the same thing with Atlanta. I was right about DJ. That's all. Oh my God. Clan, you can't be serious. You don't hype up Malachi. Why would I hype up Malachi? Malachi isn't there yet. Why would I hype up Malachi? I talked highly of Malachi at times, but why would I hype up Malachi? He's not there right now. Right now with the Spurs, where he fits, it just doesn't fit. Malachi, the Spurs have him being more of a like catch and shoot 3-point shooter. That's not the type of player he is. He needs the ball in his hands. He's a pick and roll guy. And right now with the Spurs, he looks really bad. Similar to Keldon, because his defense isn't that great. And when he's out there and he can't contribute offensively, not really much use for him. So why would I hype up Malachi right now? I don't even understand your point, honestly. Oh my God. You're tired of you gassing up Sohan. Okay, well, you know what? Stop hating on Sohan so much, all right? And then maybe we can... This is equilibrium, all right? You talk so much trash about Sohan that I just even it out. Whatever. I don't know. I actually do like him as a basketball player, actually, kind of. I think he's actually pretty good. I don't know. I think you guys are just tripping. I don't know. Comparing a like 5-year player to a sophomore. I don't know. You're in your own head. Whatever. I don't know. July. Only guy Clan Glaze was Primo. That's it. And I did. I'm be honest. That is true. I talked very highly of Primo. And Primo wasn't getting any hate, really. I did hype up Primo. I still stand by what I said before, by the way. I do think Primo had a lot of potential with the team. So, yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. Stop the backhanded compliments. What'd I say? I didn't compliment you at all, Ruru. Wait, hold on, actually. You might be talking about somebody else. Stop it. I can call out my favorites when they trash. You said the A word, but I said trash and still love them. You find excuses for call out Keldon, dude. I never see you say anything about Keldon. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Did I not? I'm sorry. Ruru, look here. You see, how long have we been? Let's see. All right, this segment's been going on for 26 minutes. Go back like 15 minutes and then look at what I said about Sohan. All right, you're in your own head right now. I don't know. You're hearing something else. You're not watching my stream. You're watching another stream, actually. Okay? You're not listening to a word I said. What did I say about Sohan this game? Actually, chat. Anybody, what did I say about Sohan this game? What did I say? You can't call out the players that you like. What did I say about Sohan? What did I say about Wemby? Funny enough, Wemby's my favorite player on this team. If we're talking favorites, he's my favorite. What did I say about Wemby? What did I say about Sohan? Did I Sohan a Primo Jr.? Oh, don't say that. That's not good. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound like a good thing at all. Oh my God. Exactly. Sohan's offense trash in this game. Him and Wemby played bad. That's what I said. Exactly. And I also said, Sohan defensively was fine, but I said offensively, it was bad. I said you can justify him being in the game because of his defense, but offensively, he was terrible. I said he was dreadful. He was awful in this game. Okay. But I also said he is a glue guy. I'm not expecting him to have good stats, but this game he played poorly. Same thing with Wemby. I said Wemby on both ends of the court was not necessarily himself. Played sloppy. That's what I said. So where is it that I'm not calling out players? Or do you just not want me to call him trash like you keep calling him? That's what I'm saying. Like you can't call people out. You can't just call people out. Like it's not good enough. It's not good enough for me to sit here and say Sohan had a bad game. You want me to go in and say that this player is trash. Like you want me to say this second-year player is trash when I know what type of player he is. I think you're expecting him to go out there and be like Allen Iverson or Kevin Durant. I don't know what you expect Sohan to be. I don't know what you think he is. But what I'm saying is the type of role that he's going to be playing when we're actually a winning team is going to be helpful. He's going to be a glue guy. There's people that call Draymond Green absolute trash. And offensively, you might have a point as far as shooting wise. But all the things that he brings to the Warriors, yeah, he's a valuable player. That's how I view Sohan. He's going to need like better players around him so he can actually look decent. But yeah, it's not good enough for me to just call him out. It's not good enough for me to say, hey, he had a bad game. He had a trash game. And I would never, if this was just one time occurrence, if I didn't have, because I know the real thing is just Keldon Johnson, because you get so angry about Keldon Johnson. By the way, I like Keldon Johnson, okay? And I've been very adamant in saying, hey, if we keep Keldon Johnson, I'm okay with it because he's a ultimate leader. I've said that so many times that Keldon Johnson is a great leader. Actually, hold on. Here we go. Keldon Johnson just showed great leadership. What Keldon has done makes no sense. Let's see. And that was me actually. That was actually me complimenting him, because you can see right here, how the heck did he improve like this? Don't let the stats fool you. Keldon Johnson looked good. Keldon Johnson is San Antonio, and I talked about some of the charity work he's done. Like, I like Keldon Johnson. But it's not good enough for me to just be like, hey, this other player had a bad game, but he's young. I can't say that. I got to say he's absolute garbage. He is dog water. Like, that's what you want me to say. And that's not true. That's not how I see it. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Keys is, Clan, I respect you, man. I respect you, too. But you know the levels to which you criticize these guys is not the same. Saying he's bad for one guy, the doing 20-minute segments on another is not the same thing, man. Of course it's different. I've said this so many times. The reason why it's different is their age. The difference is how long they've been with the team. That's what makes it different. Yeah, it does actually make it different. It makes it different as far as what I expect of them. What are they doing on both ends of the court? Their game overall. I don't look at stats that often. I rarely care. But that's what I'm talking about. Now, we'll look at like advanced metrics or whatever. But yeah, no, it's not. It's not. You can't criticize every single player the same way. Would you criticize LeBron James the same way you criticize Bryn Forbes? No. You can't. You gotta do it on a scale. What is it that you're expecting out of them? What are they bringing? And is it worth it? How long they've been in the league? It's a lot of different things. So yeah, I would criticize a fifth-year player harsher than I would a guy that just got with the team. Of course I would. Brent Forbes. Did I say Brent Forbes? I meant Brent Forbes. Yeah. You wouldn't judge them the same way. Yeah, of course there's different levels. I've never denied that. All I said was what expecting out of me is say that Sohan is trash, and I don't think that he's trash. I think that he's been playing pretty well, actually, and there's a lot of improvement from his first year to second year already. Shooting wise is a substantial difference, and that's what kept him ninth in that draft. It's because he couldn't shoot, but he's fixing that. He's working on that, and it's a huge jump. I haven't seen that huge jump with Keldon. Over the last 3 years, he's been the exact same player. So of course I would be slightly harsher. It will be the same way with Vassell. The only reason why Vassell gets a little bit of lax from me is because of his talent level, and because you can play him on both ends of the court and not necessarily be a liability, but also because Devin Vassell, last year he was hurt for so often. So it's kind of like, I gotta kind of even it out a little bit, I can't just like go in on Vassell all the time. Preach, Clan. You get what I'm saying. At least Ellenox get it. I don't know. Swish Hill. Okay, Swish Hill right here. Swish Hill says, hold on. Hold on, Swish. Hold on, Swish. This is what we're going to do. Everyone's going to look at this. Oh, wait, can I scroll in? Oh, I can. Oh, that's so beautiful. Look how beautiful that is. Keldon has played 268 NBA games. Sohan has played 102. It's pretty fair to expect more poise out of one. Exactly. Of course. So you can't just say, Clan, dude, why are you going so in on this one player for so long, but then you're not doing it with a second-year player? Well, maybe I expect a little bit more, exactly, poise. Maybe I expect a little more. Sorry, excuse me for expecting a little bit more. I get it. Thank you. Thank you, Durant. Why do you have that little thing on your... It's like a box around your name. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. It's pretty cool, though. Does it mean you've been following for a long time? I have no idea. No, that wouldn't make sense because Ruru been following for a long time. And by the way, Ruru, I love you. You made me mad, but I love you. Like, seriously. I think you're cool. Seriously. I truly do like you. You're cool. Your takes are awful, okay? And you're often wrong. And you're wrong again, but I do like you. You're cool. Let's see. What did she say? He plays piss poor. He doesn't have to sit and address why. Keldon, Devin, and Wemby have to face it, good or bad. F that. Wait, I'm so confused. What? Wait, what? Have I said anything bad about Wemby? What? Are we talking about me? Who are we talking about? I don't think I've said anything. Like, truly, I don't think I've said anything negative about Wemby until now. I said that he's very like turnover prone, but he's like a rookie. Even if Wemby wasn't having the season he's having right now, I would still have his back if people were calling him trash or a bust like they were in the summer league. Like he's a first year player. I don't. And Devin, I mean, at least he was hurt last season. I don't know. I don't go in on Devin that often because he's so talented, and we can at least play him on the defensive end, and he brings something to the table. If his shot isn't going, he's a pretty good passer, pretty good facilitator. He has a lot in his game, a lot of creativity. With how he gets to the basket, a lot of creativity, and some, I don't know. He's one of those where I want to hold on to him. I think we got something. I think I want to hold on to it. Yeah, but I don't know what you're talking about. And I've said this so many times. I don't know how many times I got to improve it, but if you're in your first or second year, yeah, you're not going to find me like going on a hate tirade of a player, okay? Unless it's so bad to the point where it's like, okay, this player has no reason to be on the court right now, which I don't feel that way with Sohan. I think he's done a good job. At that size, as him being a glue guy, which that's what he's going to be in the NBA, his defense, especially his defense, he needs to be out there. He deserves to be out there. He's very talented. He does a lot of dirty work for us. Unfortunately, it's just not the same thing with Keldon. Swish says... Wait, did I miss it? Nobody's protecting Jeremy. He just has a looser leash because he is in his second year. Same reason nobody flamed Keldon in his second year. Exactly. I didn't go in on Keldon his second year, his first second year. I didn't talk about Keldon at all. I feel like it's the time in which these players I think it's the time in which they were drafted on the team, because I kind of believe that if it was flipped, right, and Keldon was in his second year, I feel like I would be protecting Keldon. Like, seriously, I feel like I would be protecting Keldon right now. I feel like everyone would say trade Keldon. But because he has some years under his belt, and, you know, when he dunks and he yells and people get excited and makes them feel good. Okay, that was pretty condescending. Oh, man. What did Ruru say? I'm fading back to my bias and chill. Sorry for the detour, folks. Just had to prove a point. You proved no point at all, Ruru. There was no point to be had. Let y'all get back to the love fest for Sensational Sohan. I didn't mean to hit that. Love fest. This entire segment I've just been talking about how great Sohan was. Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Anything else? Anything else we want to talk about? Clan, you want to make me a mod? Oh, heck yeah. I've seen you enough. Hold on. Let's make you a mod. Crap, I can't make you a mod from there. Hold on. Can review and remove chat. No. Okay. I'm making you a mod. All right. With great power comes great responsibility, all right? Don't do anything crazy. All right? All right, don't do anything crazy. Hold on, so the sensational Sohan Keldon went through COVID his first year. So that's why, okay. So that's why you won't criticize Keldon, but you'll criticize Sohan because Keldon went through COVID his first year. Actually, no, he didn't. Did he? No, that wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. When was Keldon drafted? Was he drafted? Oh yeah, he was drafted during. Yeah, he was drafted during that time. Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I think pre-COVID. Was he drafted in 2019? Hold on. I literally have a computer right in front of me and I'm like tripping. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. Keldon Johnson draft. Let's see. 2019. No, he wouldn't have had. When did COVID become a thing? It came a thing in America in 2020, right? Let's see when he became. See what I'm saying? Oh gosh, what was your super chat, Ruru? My apologies, Jeremy. Clan said I was being mean. You really are sensational, phenomenal. Thank you for the super chat, Ruru. I do like you, okay? I truly do like you. You're just wrong all the time, but I do like you. And when it gets to a point where Keldon's gone, you'll agree. We'll be right here agreeing. You have my word, Clan. Oh, that you're going to be responsible? Good. Yeah, he was drafted in 2019. So let me look up COVID. I don't remember. There were so many people in the health and safety protocol. All right, here we go. Oh, Devin Vassell was tested positive for it too. So, okay. When was this? 2021? This is 2021. That wasn't his freshman year. It wasn't his first year. What are you talking about? I don't know. Enough of that. Enough of that. I'm done with this segment. Enough of that. Let's see. All right. Don't mean to control, but next segment, please. Oh no, we're good. Yeah, I don't want to do this segment anymore. All right. This is gonna be good. All right, guys, hold on. Give me a second. This stupid thing always comes off for some reason. Give me a second. That was one long segment. It wasn't supposed to be all that. Stop being controlling. Yeah. No, it's okay. It was time. It was time to move on. Clan the man, what's going on? What's going on, man? Tomorrow's vid, I was attacked on live. Probably I was attacked for not calling Sohan trash. I don't know. Chat attacks me for a right take. Yeah, it'll probably be that. Chatter attacks me for correct take. That's probably what the title will be. Chatter attacks me for correct take. For correct Spurs take. Wrong, chatter. Chatter is wrong and I'm right. I just joined. What happened? Oh, basically I said Sohan was bad tonight, and I said Wemby is bad, and then I said Keldon has been bad for a pretty long time in key situations, and then I got yelled at for 30 minutes for saying Sohan was great. That's like the summary. If it doesn't make sense, I agree with you. It doesn't make sense. That's basically what happened. That's what happened. Is it not? That's actually what happened. That's like unironically, that's kind of what happened. I said Sohan was bad. Wemby was bad. Keldon has been bad. And then I was told to stop protecting Sohan. And then I was told that I was asked why every time Sohan has a bad game, you don't say anything. And then I said it again. I was like, yeah, Sohan was bad. Anyways, so Keldon, they were like, no. I need you to say Sohan is like the worst player in the NBA. And I'm like, yeah, I don't believe that. Anyways, so this Keldon Johnson situation, they're like, no. Actually, I need you to say that Jeremy Sohan is garbage. His hair is garbage. He's garbage. His mom's garbage, and his wardrobe is garbage. And I said, well, I don't actually believe that. I think that he actually dresses quite nice. And they said, well, can you at least say that his like music taste is garbage? And I was like, no, I kind of like some of his music, but I'm not the biggest fan of, some of the things he recommended. And it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. If it was Keldon Johnson music selection, you would say it's trash. And I was like, no, I would say it's like, okay. Like Keldon has okay taste. And they're like, oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Sure. You just love Sohan. That's kind of what happened. I like his tattoos. Don't say that in this chat. Ruru's still in here. Don't say that. Don't compliment his tattoos. Cue the Sohan dance. I'm glad that you've come around, Ruru. All right. Quick message from our sponsor.
BetUS, America's favorite sports book, where you can bet on everything anytime. Sportsbook, casino, horse racing, live betting, and more. We have the best bonuses in the industry. That's right, get a 125% sign-up bonus. And to celebrate our 30-year anniversary, we are giving up to 30 risk-free bets, a truck, Super Bowl tickets, and more. Don't miss out. Play smart. Join now. BetUS, where the game begins.
All right, so really quickly, big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring this video, this live stream, and this channel for the entirety of the season. There's so many different things that you can bet on as far as sports books, props, live betting. We got racebook, casinos, we got football, basketball, ice hockey, baseball, golf. And all you want to do, because I think most of us care about basketball here, you would just sign in, which takes literally seconds to sign up for it. Go to basketball, and there's so many different things. And they'll even have at the top of it games that's going on that day. So there's different things that you can bet on per player. Like, hey, this player will have this amount of rebounds or this amount of points, and they'll get the win, and they'll get the loss. And that can go ahead and increase your winnings potential. But let's see here. So if we click here, just out of curiosity, I think we looked earlier. I don't think we showed up. I don't think we have any chance. NBA championship winner. Okay, if we bet on that. Let's see. San Antonio Spurs. If you bet $2, you'll become a cajillionaire. Actually, let me see. You'll become a bajillionaire if you bet $5 on the Spurs. You put $5 on the Spurs win the championship this year, that's $5,000. Don't do that, okay? Just probably choose somebody a little smarter, like the Lakers or the Clippers or somebody like that. I think that'll be a smarter bet. 76ers, I wouldn't go there. Clippers maybe. But yeah, anyways, guys, go check it out. Link in my description. You'll receive 125% bonus. What does that mean? You put in $100, that's $225 to play with easily, okay? So yeah, you support the sponsors, and that supports the channel. That supports me. So at the very least, man, click the link and go check out BetUS. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at something, okay? Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, I'm going to start doing something, okay? I am going to stop responding so often to people on Twitter. I'm just going to be real with you. I don't think it does any good. When I initially would respond to basically anybody that disagree, I had the assumption that it was in good faith. Most people, it's not in good faith. Even if you explain exactly why you did the thing that you did or said the thing that you said, and it makes reasonable sense, and you give them actual statistics, I think that they just fear of being wrong online and it being so public or whatever, and they don't want to run because that'll look worse. But the entire time they had an ulterior motive, all right? Ulterior motive. They didn't actually want to engage with what you were saying. So with that being said, I'm going to show this on the screen. Well, you can already see it. You see it on the screen. You might have some questions. I'm going to explain it here, at least what my mindset is going into this. And then we can discuss it a little bit, me in the chat. And, you know, this will be a segment on the channel. So anybody that's in the comments, please let me know how you feel about it. And I'll just tell you what I'm thinking. Okay. So before we do, all right, I haven't really looked at anybody but like a couple comments, and I only responded to one, and it was like move Collins to E and it's good. Which, you know, that's not bad faith. I don't think that's bad faith. And I think he's just fed up with Collins. That's fine, whatever. But I just said, hey, he can't even be traded anyway, right? So, well, let's see. So, yeah, some people aren't getting it. B is hilarious. Everyone in B needs to go to D. Okay, not really understanding what I'm saying. This person, wait, Barlow is the only right place, but Keldon Johnson is explore. What? Yeah, so he's very confused. He's like, what's going on here? Let's see. It looked like someone responded. This is someone I probably wouldn't respond to because I don't know if it's good faith or not. Let's see. Nathan says Barlow is 20, still develop. Okay, we probably need to look at this list first before we go into this, okay? Because it looks like he's about to explain it pretty well. All right, trade tier list. All right, S tier. What does that mean? What does that mean, Clan? What does it mean if someone's an S tier? Well, that means there's no exceptions. You do not trade this player. Obviously, Wembanyama. There's nothing that can go on the table where I say, yes, please, I'll give you Wembanyama. There's nothing. No, he could potentially be the greatest player of all time. No, you don't do that. A, Sohan and Vassell. So what does that mean? That means borderline untouchable. I just think with their age, with Vassell's production, mind you, and his potential as far as how creative he is offensively, how his defense has looked pretty doggone good in this month, mind you. I won't go as far as to say Vassell is a true two-way, but he definitely isn't a liability on defense by any means, okay? And then Sohan, there's a lot of potential still there. Even if his floor is what I think it will be, which is a Draymond Green type role, I think that's good enough to say borderline untouchable. We still have to wait and see. He's only 20, doing a phenomenal job at what he's doing. Now let's go to B. So this is where it gets a little like questionable. So I put Jones, Wesley, Sissoko, Barlow. And the reason I put Wesley, Sissoko, and Barlow in there specifically, and what does that mean? Only the right price. So you got to give me something really, really good, you know, for me to do that. And it's because Barlow he has a lot of potential, okay? It's not a matter of saying Barlow is better than Collins, all right? I'm not going that far. It's not to say right now Sissoko's better than McDermott. It's all contextual. So I think Barlow is a very high potential player. Right now, he's not playing his role or his true position so he's playing a center right now, and that's kind of beating him up a little bit. But even then, he kind of held his own, and we've seen so many flashes of, whoa, you know, he can shoot the three ball. He has a nice mid-range game. I could see him in the Wemby era. I would just hold my brakes and say, you got to give me something good, okay? Because this is a high potential player, potentially. And I do have a soft spot in my heart for Barlow because he was going into the second round, and it's publicly known that he purposely didn't go to another team. He was supposed to be drafted in the second round. He wanted to come to San Antonio. So I think he could potentially be special. We just have to wait and see. At the very least, he'll be a really good backup to Sohan. So really good player. And if we have to go small ball, he's a perfect guy to throw in there. All right, Sissoko. He might be locked down. City Sissoko might be locked down. He has a lot of potential. I'm sure teams know it. I think he already has a pretty good connection with Wemby. I'm going to hold my brakes on that one. All right. You got to give me something good because this is one of our high potential players that I would like to see us keep for the future. I mean, he is really good. His passing ability is really up there. Defense is really great. He has to develop a better shot. The biggest issue with him previously for me was his foul trouble. Like he had a hard time not being handsy, but he's decreased that tremendously, substantially. Even so, he's becoming a better and better defender. So he's one where it's like, I'm gonna pump the brakes. This isn't somebody I just want to throw out there yet. Okay, there's a lot of potential, and in this new area rebuild, because that's what this trade is about. Okay, this is what I'm talking about, the rebuild. I want to keep him around no matter what, or not matter what, but you got to give me the right price. Wesley, I don't think I have to explain that. I think fans are starting to see the amount of potential that he has, not only with his speed, but his defense, his lateral movement, his basketball IQ has increased from his first year to now. He's not losing the ball as often as he did prior. He takes just the right amount of risks, okay? Because he's going to be risky at times. He takes just the right amount of risk, and it usually pays off. It pays off way more often than it did his first year. Huge growth from him. So it's just a lot of potential with Wesley. If everything can come together, he might be pretty scary. Barlow's super mid. Barlow's good. It's just a lot of potential there. It's not something where I'm saying, like I said, this is B tier. It's not me saying that it's off the table. It's just, I'm gonna sell him. You're gonna have to sell me a little bit. You got to sell me a little bit. Anyways, Trey Jones. The reason why he's in B tier and not A tier, because I think that will be the real question. I don't think many people will say, why isn't he in C or D or whatever? The reason why I would keep Jones in B tier is only because I think that overall, the Spurs could potentially be okay if they just went and got, some type of defensive wing or 3-and-D player, or just anybody that can kind of help us out on the perimeter, and just have Jones, keep him in there, let him be the point guard for maybe another year even, and then you can go and get a point guard in 2025 if you like. If the Spurs just have one pick early in the lottery, I might not go for a point guard. I might actually wait. You guys know I'm huge on Modest Buzelis. I know that there's so many different other players that you guys like as well, which I don't disagree with you, mind you. And most of these I don't disagree with. The only person I've disagreed with is Topic. I won't get into that right now, but I'm not crazy about Topic. But overall, I think the Spurs could potentially just get them another, defensive wing, and it seems like something we've been missing ever since the departure of Kawhi, if we're being honest. So yeah, something we need, somebody that's a stopper. And yeah, so if we're looking for that, Jones is going to be you got to give me something good, right? All right, so C tier is open to it. So I put Collins in open to it because I think that there's enough to his game where I can justify keeping him around. And I don't necessarily think that you get that much trade value out of him. Like I said, everything's contextual. So with Collins, it's like, I just don't know if we get, if we were to trade Collins. I'm open to hearing things. That's just me. I think that he has really great passing ability. He's probably one of the more, well, Wemby's probably the most, but he's probably one of the more versatile passers on our team. And I'm saying even with like Jones, that might be a crazy thing to say, but I think Collins' passing ability is up there with Jones at times. It's really impressive. Defensively, he hasn't been the best. The month of January, he's only played 5 games, but God, it's been awful. But he has, well, no, he doesn't have any time to fix that. I mean, I don't even know if he'll play the next game. But yeah, the month of January was pretty bad for him, but he didn't play the full month, not even half the month. So it is what it is, whatever. But yeah, so Collins is one where I'm open to it, just don't really know what we'll get out of it, you know? Now, this is where we go in D and E. So this doesn't necessarily mean that these players are more or less talented than the others. So with Branham, I'm not giving up. This isn't me like giving up on Branham. So D, I didn't even say this. D is explore. So it just means like explore what's out there, explore their value, kind of see what you could get. But I feel like with Branham and Johnson, they're two players that I think Branham is going to have a very successful career in the NBA. I think Johnson, regardless of where he goes, Keldon, regardless of where he goes, he'll do a fine job. It's just that with this team right now, it just doesn't fit. And I don't know how long the growing pains are going to last if we kept them right now. Because Branham, he's one where his game is more so predicated on the pick and roll. He's the primary ball handler, and he needs a team that will open up his mid-range game. Doesn't necessarily have that right now, right? And then with Blake Wesley playing even better, I don't know. And I think Branham's trade value ideally would be pretty decent because he was supposed to be a lottery pick. Teams have not forgot about that. The fact that he failed to us, everyone was calling that a steal. So he's one where there's a lot of hidden potential there. And if he goes to a team and they can actually utilize them, in which they have defenders and they have shooters, and he can come out there off the bench and lead the second unit, a team could really benefit from having a Branham. He's going to be one of those players that if he is traded, Spurs fans are going to do the thing that they always do, and they're going to say, hey, he's better somewhere else. Wow, we really failed this player. We could have had Branham, not contextualizing the fact that he's just not fitting with what we got right now. And I don't know if he's going to have to go to a catch and shoot role. I'm not happy with that. Like, what's the point? You know, because that's not the player he is. And it's going to be a while before we can even develop a team in which we could use Branham in that way. And like I said, with Jones playing well at the point guard spot, with Wesley coming alive, I just don't really know. And Branham is definitely a player down at the defensive end. You're not getting much, okay? Offensively, if that's going, then you got a reason to keep him on the court. But his defense is just pretty doggone bad. Let's just be real. And then Johnson. So Keldon Johnson, kind of the same issue, right? He doesn't have defenders around him. We don't really have a lot of shooters. And then even if we have shooters out there with him, he kind of has a lot of tunnel vision. And just with this team, I just don't know what we could do. But the most important thing about Keldon and why I would put him in D tier is because his contract is so good. The Spurs did it on purpose to make sure that he would be tradable. Because either way, you can either keep him and you can add pieces, or you can trade him, right? He's a easy tradable piece. And I think that he's out of everyone on the team where it's a nice balance where you can get something out of him. And then at the same time, he's not really gelling or fitting with the team. He can put up points here and there. He can have these stretches where he looks amazing and he's getting so many points in bunches. But overall, just what I've seen this season, we're kind of coming to that point where I'm just like, yeah, I can kind of see him just going, you know? And that's fine. If the Spurs don't do it, that's cool. But once again, just explore what's out there. I think that's cool. And then I put E tier, do it. Okay, do it. And Palpatine, okay? Palpatine's voice. Yeah, McDermott, Mamu, Graham, Osman, Champagny. I just think you should do it. You should get Champagny's probably going to be off this team. I'll be honest with you. If not, he'll be an end of the bench type player. But if you can get something out of it, do it. No matter if it's a second rounder, if you can get a couple second rounders, that would be a steal. Just do it. Do it. Osman, same thing. Don't necessarily think he fits at all. I don't think we're getting much utility. I know he had a good game, and some people were like, well, Osman had a good game this game. That doesn't like change my opinion. Like, I'm basing this off of the entire season. Yeah. But you know, I don't think he was supposed to stay with the Spurs for long anyways. Graham, we're not using him. If another team can take him, do it. Mamu, same thing. Not really utilize him. When he has played, his defense has been pretty bad. I think there is a reason why Bassey was getting minutes over him at this point. So yeah, I'm cool with it. Hey, Emperor Palpatine, what do you do with gum? Chew it. McDermott. Doug McDermott. Yeah, that's another one where it's like you can send him off to a competitor and do your thing. Now, anybody that we trade, like I said, I think that you need to go ahead and it'll be cool to get a vet point guard. That would be nice. But I think most importantly, just get you some type of defensive wing and you're good to go. So hopefully I explained this well where you understood what I'm saying. It's not saying Wesley is a better player than Keldon Johnson. Defensively he is, but I wouldn't go as far as to say Wesley is a better basketball player right now as Keldon Johnson, or Sissoko is better than Keldon and Branham, or Barlow's better than Keldon. That's not what this. The point is, I don't necessarily know if he fits. I truly don't think he fits. It's not that I don't think he fits. But it's just everything mixed in where you could get some good value out of him. And it can maybe address the need. Like Swish said earlier, it's addition. No, it's addition by subtraction, right? So that's basically what that would be. You get rid of them, but at the same time, in the long haul, it might benefit the team. So that's my list. And like I said, I'm going to stop replying to every single person because sometimes they're bad faith. So let's see. This is the one we were going to look at. All right. So he said, wait, Barlow is... Yeah. Barlow is 20, still developing, and is taking Colin's spot, but is a net zero on the salary cap. Whereas Keldon is 25, gets 20 million, and is inconsistent, but he played well enough to have good trade value. Keldon probably won't get much better, but he may have a better fit on another team. That's exactly what I was explaining. And this is exactly why I'm not going to be responding to just anybody. This is why. They're bad faith. All of them. You give your point and they just instantly react. It's just, that's your point. He's not 25. He's 24. Wow. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And also saying, will he improve? Will he not? Because I don't feel like I have to defend this, but just to be real, let's see. I probably should have went a basketball reference, but it's okay. Yeah, haven't really improved. Crap, why is this doing this? Yeah, hasn't really improved. 3 different teams, different situations, kind of the same result, right? I mean, statistically, you can at least see it. Since 2 years ago, 3-point percentage has decreased tremendously, which maybe he just kind of came back down to earth because this is the same he was averaging around his second year in the league. You can see that his season 2 years ago is literally identical to what it is right now. He's averaging the same amount of points, a little less, but same amount of points just about. Slightly more turnovers, steals the same, blocks about the same, assists, he's averaging 1 extra assist, rebounds about the same, free throw percentage about the same, 3-point percentage worse, much worse, field goal percentage down 1 percentage, but about the same, averaging the same amount of attempts, minutes went down 1 less minute. Yeah, it's like the same. He's been the same player for a few years now, and I think that with his playing style, it just hurts the team at times, and it kind of puts up a block or a brick wall in which we might have momentum going, and he'll go right into a contest, or it's just empty possessions oftentimes when he has the ball in his hands, especially a team that can defend the paint. It's always bad, and then at that point he's just out there, and with how much he's getting paid, which I do think he's worth that money, it's a good contract, and I think another team that, like I said, playoff caliber, championship caliber team that has the pieces to defend, that has a good foundation, that can have shooters, and he's out there and maybe he's not playing for 30 minutes in a game, I think he'll play a really good significant role with those teams. So just with the Spurs in this rebuilding phase, don't really think it's worth it. So anyways, Clan, stop. You're going to summon Angry Ruru again. I'm just being real. I mean, it's true. You know, it's true. I'm not, there's not some hidden agenda or some hidden vendetta I have against any player, really. All right. There's no hidden vendetta. I mean, Tony Parker, let's be honest. I mean, personality wise, like as a person, he was pretty something, right? But hey, his play style, it worked with the team, you know, quite unselfish on the court. I mean, he was stupidly talented. I think people forget that at one point in his career, Tony Parker was a superstar. Like, he was that good. I mean, at one point in his career, he was better than Chris Paul. So, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I thought he was better than Chris Paul. But, you know. So, it kind of outweighs it. You know, I won't have just some personal vendetta just because I don't like you as a person. But that's not the case with Keldon, by the way. I do like Keldon as a person. Just don't like his play style with the team. Oh, yeah, except Zaza. Big agendas with him. Exactly. Big agendas against Zaza. Zaza could be in the league and average 30, and I'll still call him trash. I'm just gonna do that. That's the only one. I don't even do it with Draymond, really. Keldon has value with his voice and leadership. Exactly. He's a phenomenal leader, I think. He's a great locker room guy, you know. Devin is so inconsistent, though. I don't know. I don't think you're addressing what I said. Let's see. He was never a superstar or better than CP3. We won't get into that. I'm not gonna like argue. Like, that's not one of my takes that I would like die on a hill for, you know. I don't really care. That's what I believe. I think at one point in his career he was better than Chris Paul. If you want to say totality, I don't know. It's up to you. But yeah, I truly do believe Tony Parker at some point was a superstar. I remember when we kept getting the J Kid rumors, so that proves TP pretty good. That is why it's difficult to think we should trade. No, that's not. Okay. Sorry, just trying to see if there was anything else. I like the Thunder's template. Follow. Okay. Good stuff. All right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at. I need to zoom out a little bit, don't I? Let me go into. Oh, that's cool. Gosh, who do we want to listen? Oh no, I'm not listening to the Wemby 6 minutes. I ain't doing that. Whoa, guys, Pop did a 4-minute one. That's longer than normal. Wait, that was 6 hours ago. Man, the only one on here is. Oh wait, no, we got Pop an hour ago, and that was 37 seconds. Oh my god, dude. I got so excited too, man. It's probably only 3 minutes with the French questions. That's true. By the way, big shout out to everyone that gave me French film suggestions. If you want to do it, this will be another segment. If you want to do it under this video, you can give me some more. I already put all the suggestions down on my phone, so I will be watching it with my girl at some point. So I do appreciate you guys. It means the world to me. Oh gosh, Pop 30 seconds makes me nervous. Just draft Bronny. Let's not do that. All right, Pop.
Well,
oh gosh, Pop, don't be in a mood, please. Pop, I was gonna speed up. What's the point of speeding up? It's 36 seconds. Please, Pop, be nice.
what I call self-inflicted loss. I thought Washington.
Crap, I should have. Usually I start these off by saying what I think Greg Popovich is going to say, and now I can't. I agree with him though. It was just we just shot ourselves in the foot for no reason.
Played harder than we did. They played smarter. They executed better. We didn't have enough people playing well or playing smart, and we did that to ourselves. So I think it's a tough loss because for the first time in a while, we looked young, we looked immature, we looked foolish, and didn't.
Wait, did he say the first time in a long time, or did he say the first time for the season? Hold on.
Because for the first time in a while, we looked young.
In a while. Yeah, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. Pop is absolutely right. Yeah, it's frustrating because the whole month of January we've looked like a team that was hungry for wins, that was hungry and taking everything in with a like a sponge, you know, and making the right small decisions to win a game, like good decision after good decision after good decision. And this one, it just felt like they were kind of feeling themselves. I think the Spurs do recognize or do understand how talented they are. Like I think Sohan, Wemby, Vassell, like Trey Jones and him helping these guys, they understand how good they can be as far as like being kind of a core. And obviously we'll need another star. We'll need some other things. But they do have camaraderie. They do, you can tell that they love playing together and stuff like that. But this game, it just felt like they thought they were the Harlem Globetrotters. I mean, you're just holding the ball way too long. Wemby, there were so many shots by Wemby where it was like, dude, why are you trying to do this fancy, like it was just unnecessary. It wasn't good fundamentals. It's like they just really thought we're just going to bully the Wizards. And it's because they played so well last game, I think. And it was the biggest game of the season. But we probably should have expected this. We probably should have expected it, honestly, with a young team. But no excuses. You got to win this one.
We looked immature. We looked foolish and did not play with each other the way we have been. So that's a disappointment. But that's the way it goes, and you move on.
Yep, that's true. We didn't play together. And we did that right off the bat, by the way. See, I initially assumed that when it came to Sohan starting off so poorly, I thought that it was them trying to attack Wizards because the Wizards are so bad at defending power forwards. At least they have been over the past couple of weeks. So they were really trying to attack them there. But yeah, he did not allow the game to come to him. It seemed like a lot of forcing it, and they were able to get it out of his hands quite often. It was the same thing with Wemby too. Like it felt like the game just came to him. It's like we relied solely or mostly on Vassell to kind of get us out of a hole or help us. But yeah, just bad. I didn't fact check. What are we talking about? Heard Thunder got Drummond. Oh, but you didn't fact check. Yeah. Okay. Anyways. All right. Let's see here. Wemby. I'm just listening to English. By the way, with this segment, if there's any French viewers and you would like to put in the comment section what he said, I will happily tag it to the top so people can read the translation. I won't be doing it because I'm lazy, but you can do it because you're not lazy. Yeah, oui.
I don't think it was related.
That's how I would answer every question if I was Wemby. I didn't listen to a word of what that reporter said.
What kind of happened in the fourth quarter where the Dolphins seemed to get a little stagnant?
What happened in the fourth quarter? I think that's what he asked.
I don't think it was related to effort at all. You know, we played hard, but we didn't play smart. And
Pop said you guys didn't play hard enough nor smart. So now I am in a conundrum, guys. Because on one hand, this is my favorite player. By the way, this is my favorite player. Okay, so anybody that says Sohan is I love Sohan. He's up there. Wemby's actually my favorite, right? Because he's freaking awesome. Let's just be real. Dude did a sham god the other day. Like, what is that? He's 7'5". He did a sham god. But yeah, so Wemby said we played hard. Pop said you didn't. How does Clan feel about this? Well, I think they played pretty hard. I didn't get the vibe that they were just kind of half-heartedly being out there. I didn't get that. Now, Now you can make the argument that Wizards played smarter, therefore they played harder, which I think I would accept that actually. Our brain capacity wasn't 100% there. It's a full experience, okay? You need your mind and your body on the same page, and I felt like our minds were not 100% there as far as playing good fundamental basketball. So in that regard, Wizards were better. But let's be honest though, Wizards didn't play really good fundamental ball either. Wizards looked terrible for a majority of that game. It's just that they made better plays down the stretch than we did. But I mean, they looked terrible. Okay, if I'm a Wizards fan, I'm probably coming out of this and like, dang, we won that. Like, it was pretty bad. Switch says more just the Wizards constantly turned it on when they needed to and we didn't. Just come with experience. Yeah, there we go. Also, he said lots of dribbling, overthinking tonight from everyone, just didn't look natural. They'll bounce back. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I think what we took from the game is we were pretty immature at times.
As Pop said, it was the first time you guys have looked like a young team in quite a few years.
Yeah.
He love his pop. He love his pop. He love his pop. They're just repeating Pop talking points. I love this team.
Yeah. You know, it's I mean,
Clan Wemby's English getting way better, you notice? I mean, he's a very smart dude, so I would assume. We can try to compare. Do we care enough? I don't care enough. I mean, I could understand him before, so, but yeah, he has to speak it more often, so I'm sure it is getting better.
we're always going to have some good and bad games, you know,
And he still has a developing brain.
during the season, but this was one of the better ones.
Obviously, every game is a learning experience for everybody, learning experience for you. You personally have had some high turnover games lately. Is there anything you're looking at there to clean up or any?
He has some high turnover games lately. He's been having some bad turnover games. Okay, let's see. He's going to be very honest about his turnovers because he's honest about everything. All right? Positive or negative, he'll be honest.
Common threads you're seeing between the turnovers?
Yeah, I mean, it's always one of the things I'm trying to reduce, the turnovers. But it's, you know, we've come to a point in the season where we know each other more, and it's, you know, we should be more certain about what we do, you know, more decisive. So it's, so I'm definitely gonna look at the film and reduce my turnovers.
They're different.
Dang, just like that.
Patience. When you come into a game like this, you'd won 2 in a row, but you're playing a team you just beat a week ago. I know you probably don't like to think about that games that way, but is that something that a young team has to deal with, the expectations of people think you're going to win a game?
I don't think they're thinking about us at all. Is he going off of my tweet? He said, is the pressure of guys expecting you to win stressful for you, Wemby? Is this stressful? Is this stressful that Clan expected a win out of you tonight, Wemby? Does this stress you out that he said no excuses for a loss tonight, Spurs should win? Does that stress you out, Wemby? Does this stress you out that this one dude, this one lone fan out of millions said that you should win tonight? Did that pressure get to you? Yes, that went to me. Clan is very intimidating.
I mean, I don't think it's got to do with expectations. I think this is not an excuse at all, but we gotta get stronger.
He said excuse. He saw my tweet. He saw my I said no excuses, Wemby. And he said, look, it's not excuse. It's not excuse, Clan. It's not excuse. I swear. I swear to God. It is not excuse, Clan. I swear to God, dude. It's not. I promise. It's not excuse, though.
Mentally to you know, to get to the next game, and like a seemingly easier game than the previous one, we still need to come in with the same motivation. And
he's shook right now. He's sweating and everything. He's like, oh God, Clan's gonna react to this video. Oh God.
You know, I think we were maybe mentally tired because of those 2 last efforts, but we gotta get stronger because it's not acceptable.
this might be a little silly, but there was a play when you had the ball all on a break and you took some time. Did you stumble a little bit? You kind of laid it in. It was.
There's a couple ways of viewing this, okay? He does it often. And what he's talking about is on fast breaks, Wemby gets the ball, a guy's running, basically runs past him. Wemby could easily just put it up there, but he like waits for a minute. He's either A, being a jerk, which I love, or B, looking for a foul, which I also love because you don't want to foul him when he's right underneath the basket like that. I think it's going to be one of those two, all right? It's going to be one of those two.
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Oh.
It was the full court pass to you.
Oh yeah. It's.
You saw that? He knew. Is this the? Look at that face. He is so full of it, dude. He's so full of it. It's so A. It is so A. It is so A, dude. Uh-huh. Oh, I don't remember. This is the first time he's ever lied. You are lying. I don't remember. I don't remember. Moving on. You in the back. What's your question? He is so full of it. Look at him. No, that expression. I'm not stupid. No, I don't know what you mean. He was being a jerk. He was being a jerk. He was stunning on him. That's the type of player he is. Wemby's not a nice guy on the court. I love it.
On a break, and you took some time. Did you stumble a little bit? You kind of laid it in.
Look at him.
Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Oh.
It was the full court pass to you.
Oh yeah. It's.
I saw that face, dude. No, I'm not stupid. I saw that face.
You know, I was trying to take my time, rest as much as I could.
I was trying to rest. This man said I was trying to rest. I was just gonna take a break. Just wanted to rest a little bit. He is such a jerk. I love it. Just catching his breath. He is such a jerk. He's not lying. He probably really was like, let me catch my breath, you know, whatever, you know. I got time. You ain't gonna touch me, you know, whatever. Woo! Next he's gonna start just doing stretches, bro. Like on those full court passes, he's gonna do like a quick stretch, you know, get a little yoga in, some downward dog, and then he was like, I guess it's time to go ahead and score.
Yeah. It's. You know, I was trying to take my time, rest as much as I could.
Their physicality in the fourth quarter, you feel like you already could match up with them.
He was trying to rest.
Physical defensively with all of y'all.
It is A.
I said that seemed like they got really physical in the fourth quarter down the stretch with all of y'all. Do you feel like you all did a good job trying to match up with that?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Victor is tired. You can tell how he answered. I actually believe him. I just feel like it's a mix. It's a mixture. It's a mixture, okay? It's a mixture. Because I feel like with the Warriors, because he did it in the preseason against the Warriors, and he kind of like stared the guy down for a little bit, you know? Like, I think it's a mixture a little bit. It's like, whew, I'm going to catch my breath. But also I can, because like, you know, I'm better than you. I'm taller. I'm better, whatever. You're not going to get to me, so I can just chill for a minute.
Sure, I need to watch that film again, but sure, there's a couple rebounds, you know, that slipped out of our hands, some turnovers. But yeah, we definitely, I don't know how it's going to look on the film, but we need to watch that.
What did you like about the way Jetty played and the lift he gave you guys off the bench?
Very efficient, you know, I love the energy from these guys, Jetty, Blake.
I'm gonna tell you guys this right now, okay? If we're relying solely on Chetty Osman to go 8 for 12 in a game, we're probably gonna lose it. All right, we're probably gonna lose it. All right, Sohan is a much bigger X factor than Chetty Osman on this team. We're probably gonna lose.
His first time in the court was so intense and so efficient. So it's, you know, I mean, I think they were in their roles as the best as they could tonight. So it's, I mean, huge props to them.
Nice, take a couple of.
True. Shaking my head. The entire media really ran away with Vic won't be able to handle the NBA physicality, and Vic is handling it just fine. It was so obvious that he would. It's like, what the heck are you guys talking about in the modern NBA? Who's this Shaq-like figure that's just going to be beating up on Wemby? It hasn't happened. Other than Embiid, in which even with Embiid, if the refs were a little better, Wemby would have won a lot of those matchups. I mean, he scored like 33 points in that game, but he would have won a lot of those matchups. You know, as far as positioning, like he got really aggressive with Embiid, but then they kept calling fouls on just about anything. So other than Embiid, who though? Giannis hasn't been able to do that. No one's bullied Wemby yet. It doesn't happen. And he doesn't even have his strength yet, like the strength that he's going to eventually have. And yet and still, because he just needs some more core strength and everything. But yet and still, even when they move him, he's so quick on his feet and he's so long till it still doesn't matter most of the time. Vic has to put on some muscle also. Jokic pretty much said he's stronger than he looks. He did not say this about Chet. No, Chet and Wemby are on two different playing fields. I don't know why this comparison keeps happening. Chet is a good player, but he's not Wemby. Jokic said Chet needs to gain weight. Wait. When did he say that? Chet missed the season because LeBron bumped him. That was pretty bad. There were a couple plays when Embiid purely outstrengthened Wemby, but overall he been just fine with physicality. Yeah. I mean, obviously. But it was one play, it was like after that, where he was obviously like too much for Wemby. It was another play where Embiid attempted to get in position, and I thought Wemby held his own pretty well, and I'm pretty sure they called a foul on that. Something happened, and the play never happened. So we never got to see it, but he did a fine job. But I do think that Embiid put 24 on Wemby. Hold on, Wemby did okay. That's all I'm saying. We can try to fact check it. Hopefully it actually comes up. I know we were having trouble with this the other day. Let's see if it actually comes up. If we go to stats, profile, matchups. Yeah, cool. All right, let's find Embiid, guys. The heck? Oh, it's based on freaking first name? Ugh. See if we can find Embiid. Oh, there's Embiid. Okay, let me see. Can I scroll up at all and still see the top? We can. Cool. Oh, wait, you guys can't see it. All right, so I'll say it and then I'll show it. So points, Embiid, and this is with Wemby guarding Embiid. So he scored 24 points, so I was right. It was 24. 10 for 15, 66.7%. So he was he was killing them. And 4 free throws. So he got called for a foul twice, and you can see it here. So this is when Wemby was on Embiid. Only 5 minutes, 45 seconds, and he went 10 for 15. So 24 of those points were on his head. But, hey, 5 of those times he missed it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He did okay. He honestly did okay. Embiid put 16 on Wemby, 23 on Collins. No, he put 24 on Wemby. Well, are you saying, no, even minus the free throws is 20. He put 20 on Wemby. Yeah. He put 20 on Wemby. On Collins, we can look up Zach Collins. Let's see what Embiid did against Zach Collins. All right, let's see here. All right, let's find Embiid. Actually, it'd be much easier. No, there's no extra. See, usually there's a little extra. Matchup possessions are derived using NBA Advanced Stats player tracking and oh gosh, why can't I change to whatever? Let's just find Embiid. All right, here's Embiid. With Embiid, he put up 21 points. Okay, he put up 21 points on Zach Collins, and that was 9 for 14. So basically the same. It was 10 for 15 against. It was 10 for 15 against Wemby, 9 for 14 against Collins. So it was about the same. And then 2 free throws. So yeah, it didn't really make a difference. It's about the same. And about 20 seconds more that he had to guard him. So, no, he didn't put 16 on Wemby. He put up 24 on Wemby, and he put up 21 on Collins. So, not the same. Love from Germany clan. What's up, man? I'm going to say this. Wemby's floor can be Timmy's ceiling. No stretch. Wemby's floor can be Timmy's ceiling. Oh, man. I'm thinking Timmy's ceiling is like 03. That ain't a floor. Wemby's floor is like, I won't go that far. Duncan was really good. Like Wemby's floor. I feel like Wemby's floor can be David Robinson's floor. I don't know if I'll go as far as to say his floor can be Duncan's ceiling. Even if Wemby, because I think that Wemby truly can end up being the greatest player of all time. Even if that's the case, it's going to take a lot, for him to get to that point. That's a pretty big. That's a hot take, bro. I'm not mad at it because I know you love Duncan and Wemby, but that's a hot take. Go back and watch, like refresh your memory on like 03 Duncan. Like refresh your memory on 03 Duncan. Oh, actually, Tim Duncan 2003 finals stats. He carried the entire team in the finals. This is one of the biggest carry jobs of all time, and no one ever talks about it. They always bring up like Dirk Nowitzki. They might bring up LeBron carrying. They bring up the Jokic recent performance. They never bring up Tim Duncan in the finals. It was a carry all the way through the playoffs. This was the finals. And look at his numbers, dude. Look at these numbers. It's godly. Actually, was that the first game? Yeah, that was the first game. So first game against the Nets. This man put up 32 points, 20 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals, and 7 blocks. In the finals. This is the best team coming out of the East. And he put 32, 20, 6, 3, and 7 on their heads. And he carried the entire team, by the way. Nothing but role players. People that tell you, oh, it was Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili, ignore them. They don't know basketball, okay? Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili were role players in 2003. Like, easily, okay? Easily role players. But yeah, field goals made 11. Field goals attempted 17, so it was on 65%. Let's see. Moving on. And then the next game, 19 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 blocks. The next game, 21 points, 16 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. Game 4, 23 points, 17 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 7 blocks. And then 29 points, 17 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 4 blocks. And this is how he ended it. Okay, this was his closeout game. This is the finals. All right, right now. You might see Wemby put up 7 blocks. Okay, against the Detroit Pistons or something. All right, but this is a finals. Finals. This is a finals team. 21 points. 20. This is how you beat them. 21 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists, so triple double, nearly a quadruple double with 8 blocks. He gave them 8 blocks to get that ring. Absolute carry job. Absolute carry job. Actually, hold on. Spurs 2003 finals stats. If you want a little bit more context. In the finals, these are the points. So Timmy was scoring 24 points, and the next up was Tony at 14, and then David Robinson at 11, and then Steven Jackson at 10. So, you know, decent, especially Tony Parker, decent. But he averaged the most assists. Manu had the most steals, but the fourth most steals, the most blocks by a huge margin, mind you. David Robinson was not what he used to be. Let's see. And then obviously he would have the most points. We don't have to look at that. Anything else we need to look at? Minutes played. Minutes played, he played 44 minutes and Steven Jackson played 35. So he was averaging almost 10 more minutes than everyone else on the team. Absolutely carried this team. If Wemby gets 6 rings, he'd automatically be the GOAT. I agree. We got a long way to go, guys. It's going to be a lot of battles. Going to be a lot of battles to do that, but it's very possible. And he's so competitive that I can see him winning that many rings, yeah. For comparison, LeBron played 21 seasons for 4 rings. Steph played 16 for 4. What are we talking about? But seriously though, if what's his name? Rudy Gobert, 3-time defensive player of the year, can't guard Wemby at the age of 20, I don't know who's going to be guarding him in a few years. Who can guard him? I don't know. I mean, who do you match him up against? There's not another him in the league, you know? I mean, like who guards him? Yeah, the best bet you have is just getting like a wing defender on him that can kind of get underneath them a little bit and try to steal the ball. That's the best you can do, but it's probably going to be a foul. So it's not much you can do. Like Wemby said, if you're big, I'm faster than you. If you're small, I can just shoot right over you. So it doesn't really matter. No one's going to be guarding him in a few years. And this offseason, he's going to be working tirelessly. And with the Spurs and how well they've done with Sohan and his shot, Wemby's going to be absolutely disgusting. He is going to destroy teams. All right, in the segment. We did some long segments tonight. Love that brain of Wemby. He's so great, dude. Well, guys, we have three segments that we're going to be uploading the next couple days. I don't really have much else to talk about, honestly. Oh, I want to tell you guys about a movie. Hold on. I got a movie. Here's a movie for you guys to watch, all right? ...2019 film called Swallow. Check this movie out. It's absolutely phenomenal. Okay? It's about a woman who develops pica. If you don't know what that is, it means consuming like small inanimate objects. Very dangerous for you. And it makes complete sense why she develops it, but it's a phenomenal story. Okay. It's about, gosh, I don't really want to spoil anything. Gosh, I don't want to explore it. I don't want it. It's about freedom. It's about having control over your own life, and it's about trauma, and it's really great. And it's about how not having that freedom, not addressing that freedom, not getting the love and compassion that you need growing up can manifest into something pretty dark and dangerous. So I definitely recommend this film. It's on Hulu. Watch it. It's great. I was not expecting to cry at the end, but I was bawling like a baby. There's this one scene, and she said something and it just got to me. I started crying. I was like, this is a phenomenal film. So go watch it. Please go watch this film. Oh, you already asked how do I? Yeah, stream it. Yeah. Stream it on Hulu. It's really great. And it's only an hour and 35 minutes. It's well paced. Pay attention to the colors in it. I won't give it away, at least my theory on it. I do have a theory about it, but there's a theme of 4 colors they use, and I have a theory on what each one means. And I had a theory about it while watching the film, and then it was like the last scene, and it just solidified what I was thinking the entire time. It's pretty great. A lot of attention to detail, phenomenal acting. You can tell the screenplay was really well written, in which the actors knew exactly what their characters were thinking in that moment. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Trae Young traded to Detroit. That's not true. Don't lie. I'm gonna look it up just in case. Why you lie? Why you lie like that? What was I say a thing? Exactly. Why you lie like that? I wonder if I can stop spam though. Yeah, don't spam Don. Don's been here long enough that I could probably just tell him that. I wonder if there's a way to stop that, because it's not just Dom. It's like some people have done that and it's so annoying. Yeah, I mean, I had to check. Made no sense. I was like, what the heck would they do that for? You wrong, Don. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, guys, go check this movie out. Swallow. It's really great. I think it got great message in it as well. It's pretty in a good way. It doesn't like, I was gonna say it's a pretty feminist film, but it doesn't like, it's not preachy or nothing like that. You know, it's nothing crazy like that. But it is good. I think it's a good watch, and I will recommend it to anybody. I thought it was great. Wildly entertaining all the way through for me. Don't really know why audience score is. Maybe because it was a little hard to watch at times. I don't really know why. Well, look. Let's see. Pretty visuals, but there's not much happening with the story. Slow, quiet, simple. I wanted more drama and tension and depth. Yeah, this person doesn't know how to analyze movies at all. It wasn't boring at all. I didn't think it was slow. I thought the pace was perfect, and it's not simple. There was actually a lot to it, and it's kind of crazy to say that it was simple. I think in a way it's kind of a slow burn, but I wouldn't say that that's like lack of tension and depth. I mean, there was a lot about the character that you find out throughout the film, and I was interested in her the entire time. I was interested in what happened or what's going on with her the entire time. What the heck? Thanks for subscribing, Victor Wembanyama. Thank you, clan, for being you. Stay committed. Thanks, man. Dude, this is insane. What an insane take. The main character is a perfect example of modern feminism. Selfish, self-absorbed, lacking in morality, and frivolous. What? First half could have been a good horror movie? Dude, I don't know what movie this person watched. Instead, turned into a real nightmare with a bad message for women everywhere. This is a lunatic, okay? This person is an absolute lunatic. I would never want to hang out with this person. I never want to talk to them, not even through a group chat. I do not want to, I would not feel safe alone with this type of person. If you watch this film and this is what you got from it, that is lacking morality from her standpoint, I have no idea what movie you are a monster. You're an absolute monster if that's what you came away with. This movie is garbage on so many levels. Tries to be deep. It is deep. It ends up being some of the cringiest trash available. This person don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, some people really don't know film. This is why I always look at the critics score. Are they always right? No. Sometimes they are wrong. Okay. Sometimes they are wrong. Especially, if a movie isn't necessarily for critics or, helps out or tailored towards critics at times. But no, this is right. Ignore this one. This one's right. These people are stupid. You guys aren't though. You guys are smart. So you'll like this movie. Go check it out. It's good. God, that's crazy. This movie lacks immorality. What are you talking about, you lunatic? I swear, there's a husband in it, and oh my God, I think this dude wanted to be that husband. It's a complete monster. God, psychopath. Let's see. What? Wanted to ask about your sister? You talking to Victor? Chet had 4 points today. Clan, how you feel about Thunder getting blown out by Detroit without Kate? I don't know. That's really weird. But Chet just ain't Wemby, man. People don't understand things. Like, they look at usage rate and they say, well, it's because Wemby has a larger usage rate. And it's like, well, did you ever think that maybe Chet benefits from not having as large of a usage rate than Wemby? Oh, yeah, he lost it. It's down to 17%. 17 points now. Oh, he's down to 17 points now. Oof. Yeah, he lost it. That's tough. Playing against the Spurs, you could tell he plays a role. 9 points against Detroit. Yeah, they're like he had no chance versus those monsters over at Minnesota. It's just a completely different ball game, man. It's a completely different thing. Well, he played them earlier and they won. But, he went 4 for 8. Nothing too crazy. He just plays a role with them right now. Yeah, that's tough. But yeah, just because someone has a different usage rate, like, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are, like, they will be better with a better usage rate. Like, you switch Wemby with Chet. Chet's not putting up Wemby numbers, nor is he affecting games the way that Wemby does. People can say, well, it ended with a loss, but if you're actually paying attention to the games, you'll see these crazy stretches in which Wemby just takes over on both ends of the court constantly, over and over and over and over again. Chet, that's not necessarily the case. Also, I know this might be a little like nitpicky, but as far as frame, I think Wemby has more potential to have more strength than Chet. I feel like Chet's frame, he might not necessarily end up being as brute as, I'm not saying Wemby end up being brute, but enough room to like be super strong. Wemby's by far stronger than Chet, but Chet has really good defense. Obviously he can score. He has handles. That's really valuable for his size. Doesn't mean he can't win a ring. Doesn't mean he won't be a great. Doesn't mean he can't be a Hall of Famer. None of that. It's just levels to it. You got the Jordans, the Duncans, the Kobes, the Shaqs, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbars. And I think that's where Wemby will be. And then you got, your KGs. People might say Kevin Durant in that realm if you want. And then you got, you might have a Chet in there. Maybe. We'll see. Met a dude saying Wemby was a flop. Never been more dumbfounded in my life. Yeah, it will always surprise you how little people know about the players that we watch all the time. What frustrates me the most is when people aren't willing to listen. It's okay to be ignorant towards my team if you don't watch them. But if I tell you something and I know what I'm talking about, because I often know what I'm talking about. We talk about the Spurs all the time. I watch all these games. I prepare for the streams by paying close attention to the games I'm watching. Yeah, dude, you gotta at least listen to what I'm saying. It's like me talking to like what's a team I haven't watched a lot of? Charlotte Hornets fan, and they're telling me something. I'm just like, no. LaMelo Ball's trash. What? Client, honest question. If you could pair one star in the league with Wemby right now, money not an issue, who would it be and why? My choice is Tyrese Halliburton. Ooh, that's a good question. Let's see. Right now, you said money's not a problem. You gotta be age, right? I'm just gonna do NBA stars. I'm feeling like SGA. Because I feel like Spurs did the right move by going for Primo, and he could potentially have been like a SGA. So I'll go with SGA, but that's me right off the bat. Let's see. Oh, you guys are right. He is averaging 12 and 10. Let's see. All right, let's see. So we got to equate for age. Like I can't take age out of the equation. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go with Luka. Size, age, position. I think I'm gonna go with Luka. Let's see. Luka, 24. I'm gonna go with Luka. If I had to team him up with someone, just go with Luka. I feel like that's a pretty unstoppable duo right there. Luka or SGA are fire choices. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Luka. I will go with Luka, then I will go with SGA. If age wasn't a part of it, I would go with Kawhi. See anybody else? I think Trae Young would be a nice one. Trae Young would be Yeah, I think Trae Young would probably be next, and then Halliburton. Let's see. Mikal Bridges would be a really good one. We need a Mikal Bridges. We'll just end it there. Yeah, I will go with Luka. I don't know about Luka, bro. Luka's a monster. He's an absolute monster. I mean, his passing ability, playoff Luka is great. So I'm not really worried about what he'll be in the playoffs. No one can guard him. He has size on him. He plays so smart, and Wemby's really high IQ. I mean, I just think that would be a match made in heaven, those two. And then the fact that Luka isn't that old, like, yeah, disrespecting Ja Morant. Nah, Ja Morant over Kawhi and Trae Young. The only reason why I wouldn't choose Ja Morant is because he never plays, man. Like, it's no disrespect to Ja. I actually like Ja. It's just he never plays. Not just with the, like, behavioral stuff where it's like, oh my God, dude, what are you doing? Which he hasn't done in a while, I guess, but you never know. He's also always hurt. He never plays. He just never plays, you know? I think he'll be fine with Wemby. I think Ja could play anywhere and be fine next to any star just about. I can't pick Ja. He never plays. I would have to go with yeah, he too high-headed. He just never plays. He's just always hurt. I mean, you do something stupid and then you're out for a big chunk of the season, and then as soon as you come back, you still can't play because you get hurt. Or at least surgery. They probably just said get the surgery, ignore the season, and we get a good pick. That's probably what they did it for. But still, we never get to see Ja play. And then his game is highly predicated off his athleticism, and he's always hurt. It's like, I don't know how long you got him. I don't know how long you got Ja, It's kind of like Derrick Rose. It's like, yeah, he's super athletic, but without that bounce, it's like, yeah, he's suitable for the NBA, but he ain't Derrick Rose no more. And that's the one thing I would fear about Ja Morant. So yeah, I would definitely choose Trae Young over Ja. I feel like De'Aaron Fox would be a pretty decent choice. True Holiday. He's just too old. Jalen Brunson, no. Mikal Bridges would be dope, like I said. Yeah, SGA was drafted or traded. Wait, who said SGA was drafted? I didn't say that. Luka is great, but I just don't like his usage with Wemby. I want Wemby to get his touches and go a bit crazy. Luka, if Luka Doncic had a Wemby, you best believe Wemby's going to get his touch. Luka Doncic, how much is Luka Doncic averaging? And these aren't empty assists, okay? These aren't empty assists. I want to see how many assists he's averaging. These aren't empty because oftentimes people bring up assists and say, well, this player averaged this. Like they'll bring up DeJounte with us, and it was like, okay, so you didn't watch the games. It was mostly dump offs to Jakob. Let's see. This man's averaging 9 assists. Every single one of these assists are amazing. He would absolutely. Oh wait, he's averaging 8 points. No, he's averaging 9.4. Look at what he's averaging this season, dude. He's averaging 34 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. He's averaging almost a 30-point triple-double. Dude, he would give Wemby he will be averaging 15 assists with Wemby. Are you joking? Yeah, Murray and Wemby's a horrible fit. People didn't know what they were talking about with that. They just got excited. It's like, God, how quickly you would just want to bring back somebody who said you suck is crazy. I mean, DeJounte doesn't want to be here. He left and immediately went on a anti-Spurs podcast. Like, what? Let's see. I mean, dude, his 73-point game, he shot 16 free throws, or he went to the line and shot 16 free throws. This dude has 7 assists in that game. Even when he put up 73, he's going to get his boys theirs. I like Luka, but he has no D, only con about him. That's what I'm saying. Man, you get Luka, you ain't worried about that. I can deal with Luka not being the best defender. If you have Luka, Devin Vassell, Wembanyama, Jeremy Sohan, and you can get you a defensive wing, we're unstoppable, okay? You don't have to worry about Luka's defense. He more than makes up for it with the amount that he contributes on the offensive end. Like, it's far surpasses anything. I already told you guys I would take Trae Young, and I know Trae Young's defense isn't that great. But Luka, you won't have to worry about that. There'll always be one player on the court that Luka can guard that's not a star. And then under Pop, He'll make sure he's playing some good defense. All right, he'll make sure it's fundamentally sound. He'll make sure the defense is there. It's good enough to pass. That's why you have Pop. Exactly. Wemby and Giannis would win multiple. That would be nice. Giannis has very high basketball IQ as well. He doesn't get credit for that. Very unlikely Luka will get with the Spurs. Mark Cuban would not let that happen. I don't know, man. Wasn't there a report saying, I mean, speaking of Luka, because like I said, you guys worried about Luka's defense. If Luka was with the Spurs, man, I'm not worried about that at all. Offensively, he's an absolute monster. He will get Wemby his. Like I said, this dude has 73 points in the game and still put out 7 assists. Absolutely crazy. Averaging a 34-point, almost triple-double is insane on nearly 50%. That is insane offensively. You don't worry about defense, all right? You surround him around defenders. You have Jeremy Sohan, Devin Vassell, Wembanyama, and then you get you another defensive wing. You don't have to worry about any of that. But wasn't there there was something about Luka, and people were worried about it. Let me see if I can find it. I might have liked it a while ago. Let's see. Yeah, this is it right here. Insane from ESPN. Actually, what? The Mavericks fear Luka Doncic could consider requesting a trade in the summer of 2024. If you were to be okay, all right. If you have a shot at Luka Doncic, I wouldn't worry about a point guard in 2024. I already told you guys that I'm pretty open with trying to get a point guard in 2025. That's already my mindset right now, because if we potentially only have our pick this year, just say that the Raptors one doesn't convey, that's totally fine. That's cool. We can go into 2025. I hear there's a much better class of point guards anyway, so we can kind of wait it out a little bit. But if the deal is you trade 2025, 2026, some first round picks or whatever for Luka Doncic, take it easily. I don't know what it would cost. All right, I have no idea, but there's a lot of things that I would give up for Luka Doncic. I'm sorry. You do that. And I would easily give her. I would not worry about any point guard in 2025. If you got a chance at Luka, you take it. That would be insane. I don't think it's like Trae Young where it's been open that Luka will be up for playing for the Spurs. I don't recall going over that at all. Let's see. Coach Pop marvels at how Doncic destroys all teams. I have no idea. All offenses, all defenses. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what connections Luka Doncic has to the Spurs. Yeah, I remember that he talked highly about Wemby. He said he's going to be amazing. He already is. He moves incredible. He moves like a point guard almost. That's all. But everyone's praised Wemby. It would be a stretch to say, oh, Luka wants to come to San Antonio because he said Wemby's good. Everyone said Wemby's good. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think that's something you question, guys. If the Spurs have a chance at Luka, and I also, once again, I don't think that this will be one of those situations where you're fast forwarding the process. I don't necessarily think that that's the case. This is the point of having draft capital. If you can get rid of your picks, and because Spurs won't have to get rid of everything, okay? They're probably not going to have to get rid of the Atlanta because Atlanta's probably going to be a dumpster fire soon. Let's be real. They probably won't have to get rid of that one. Probably don't have to get rid of the Hornets. If you can keep those and then just get rid of some of yours, you're probably okay, honestly. I mean, you put Luka on the team as good as he is right now, and then with Wemby with another year under his belt, you're probably a play-in team, right? And then you just continue to add pieces as you can. I think that's good enough. You're definitely going to be a destination for free agents wanting to come over. But Spurs want to create a dynasty. Hopefully, at that point, it's like, do you think that you have it already? Do you think that you need your own picks into 2025 to keep building upon that? I don't know. Nor did I look at how the numbers would add up either. Because if it's at a point where you have to get rid of Devin Vassell and Sohan, then it's like, is Luka worth it? Obviously he is. But then at the same time, then that's where we get into the murky water of, well, we're relying on these other teams with their picks. And yeah, then I'm just like, I don't know. But I do think I'll just say this: if the price is right and mostly it's picks, or maybe it can be a 3-team trade type deal, and you just get rid of some picks, I think you do it for Luka easily. I just don't know if I would have to clean house, and that would make it pretty rough. I mean, I know it's only 2 players, but these are pretty important players if the Spurs are trying to be a dynasty and not just a win now team. But like I said, he's only 24, so hold on. Let me make sure he's 24. If he's still 24, I know that article said that, but by the time we get him, he would be 25, right? Oh, he's almost 25. Yeah. By the way, I'm calling it France will beat USA. Pop will see Western Conference Finals before he retires, and Mitch Johnson will be new head coach. That would be cool. It'd be cool if Becky came back. I've been wanting Coach Messina to come back. It doesn't really make sense, though. Jokic is already the playmaker. What are we talking about? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Luka. Luka's pretty great. All right, I'm getting off. Good night, guys. Gotta go to bed. Oh, All right, guys. You have a great night. You have a phenomenal night. Been fun. Thanks, Clan. No, thank you. If you guys wondering where I'm going to be at, I'll be back on Wednesday. And let's look at... That might be the last time you see me on live because... Yeah, they play on Friday, but this is going to be a game I have to miss. So I'll probably have to miss this Pelicans game. Yeah, I'll have to miss some of this. Yeah, I have to miss some of this, which is fine. And then Saturday, I'll catch this one against the Cavs. I'll try my best to catch that one, but I won't be live. So you after Wednesday, after this Magic game, you won't see me live until the following Wednesday. So what I'll do is we'll go live Wednesday. We'll do some segments, and then it's gonna have to just last up to Monday. That's when I'll be back. So yeah, I'll see you guys on Wednesday though. All right, deuces, 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 deuces.